welcome to another coaching video, and in this one we have a Platinum Diana starting in red buff solo with a Fiddlesticks against us. Now I had a question a few days ago saying, I wish Diana was usable in the jungle. She is. She's damn good in the jungle, and we're going to look at why and how this player can perhaps take her game to the next level in order to get Emerald by the end of the season. We have the Sona Ezreal lane. Pretty useless until level 11, the Sona, but she still comes online later. We have the Brand and the Varus. Weird that a jungler is playing support, and the Fiddlesticks is obviously working on this. Not the best thing, but we've talked about this before, guys. And Fiddle, the Raptors Red, Krug, Savant clear is still there for a 3-minute clear. And make sure you get that right. Get in the practice tool, work on it. I mean, that's a fundamental advantage the champion has, whereas Diana can just stand still and do this and clear. So overall, still, both junglers really slow. I'm not liking the fact that we're crossing 232. Oof, that is not good. So both of these players, all of you, if your clears are so slow that you're doing scuttles before Groms or scuttles before Krugs, and you're coming out into the river at 345, then the enemy jungler's already ganked and taking crabs, you gotta speed that up. And it sounds cliche, and it is at this point, but it's also just laziness. If people are like, yeah, it's okay, my clear sucks. It's not okay. Because eventually you're going to get punished. So the set shoves in top lane and goes down in wards. We see him sag down and then up again. We wait. He's been gone for a while and he actually backs off here. We hit this plant to see where he is and we now see the ward. Now I don't like doing this because while a set could potentially move on down to invade us here, I don't really foresee that occurring unless it's a rivet. I mean, it does happen to me. I understand these things, which is why I typically do like to go for the Gromp first anyway. Because if I'm doing the Gromp before the blue, I'm getting good sequencing, but at the same time, I'm also delaying this guy's ability to invade and kill me because he's going to walk in down to the blue buff, not know what's going on, maybe he wards it, but he's not going to be able to stay here for longer because this will eventually thin out and your Tom Kench will be able to do stuff and obviously rotate as well. So mid lane prior is important. We do hit the Scry's Bloom regardless. We join these things together. Okay, well, you know, there was an attempt. And it wasn't actually the worst attempt I've seen all week. So take that, think about that a little bit. Fiddle, down here, look at this. We're looking for a mid lane gank on a Kiana, playing an Akali, all right. Level 3 versus level 4 of the Diana. We haven't even done our Krug, so again, this is my point. Tom Kench is moving on down. Obviously, here's the thing. Okay, let's let this fight go on and I'll get to the thing. Flash up by the Diana, flash E from the set here. You will have his W that should be a dead Diana, which of course it is. The focusing the set, which is perfect. Akali does hit that E. Will she go back in? Probably not. Here's the thing that I was going to say. Nice stun from the Kiana. Over the wall. Yeah, not enough damage. Unlucky. Good attempt. So, if you want help implementing this information into your own game, I have a free jungle improvement resource as well as a dedicated program where we have jungle video courses, jungle coaching VOD libraries, weekly free video content seen nowhere else, as well as Q&As and patch note rundowns, as well as a private jungle Discord. And if there's one thing I'm good at, it's converting junglers to gold, to emerald, to diamond, to master plus. If you want to climb faster than anyone you know, jungle diff every game you play, click the link below or head to virkayu.gg. Hugh? No. The Fiddlesticks goes here and he fights a Diana level 4 to level 3 and he's like, I can do this because my suck, right? Bonus missing HP damage on the W, full channel gives me more healing. If there's a Scuttle Crab that I'm healing from as well, I get bonus healing. So this champion is really good in a 1v1 sense if you don't have innate burst damage or can kill him before he starts getting multiple rotations of the W. Now, the most important factor is though, you still shouldn't be level 3 doing that. Like level 4 with double suck is pretty damn good for that situation. Diana does go straight out of base to the bottom side scuttle, which of course we love. We know the Fiddle should 100% be resetting for his clear. Akali has stayed here, so we're going to go all the way in. We're going to burn the bone plating here. One more Q. Nope. And now bottom lane should back off. No mana, no HP. We know Fiddle's going to be in the area, which of course he is. So Diana now has shown it to the mid lane here to try and just push this. Your Kiana needs to go back to base. She didn't get kills, but she got assists. The Akali is going to go back to base as well. The thing is, the Akali has TP. So you really want to shove this with your Kiana, help her out, double scuttle if you want. But I'm not too... you can double scuttle. And then what? Think about it, right? Then what? Okay, so Fiddle was here. He's going to be pathing upside. I can invade and kill him. If you can kill the jungler that you're against and do that, do it. Obviously, the Akali has TP, though, and the Kiana's going to be in base. So do you want to do that? I'm okay in this particular arena shoving this up. And of course, you can fall back down to your camps here, but All of this is because we died. All of this is a little wonky. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm potentially going from this to this to this. Sure, you could try and gank this, but your bottom lane just went back to base. Now, if you fall back down to this and this, your bottom lane will be here again, so you can maybe gank it, but you're seeing the problem, right? Because now you're on the bottom side. Fiddle's going to be on the top side. If you show, he's going to counter jungle you. Your next camps that you want to take are here. That's why it's so important. We'll clear up as Diana. Get your Scuttle Crab if you can, and if you cannot get it, and you don't want to get it, just go back to base or kite down, do the Scuttle Crab as well. And so I think the important thing about the Diana here is be faster with your clear. It means you get the Scuttle before the Fiddle shows up because he was slow, right? Equal things, Platinum versus Platinum. If you're faster than a Platinum jungler clearing, then you can get here first, which allows you to push him off, collapse on him, kill him again, whatever, it doesn't matter, or at the very least gank mid lane and take this one. This means you can then gank the bottom lane potentially, but at the very least, you will have the ability to ward his Gromp and then go straight to the second respawn Krugs, so your sequencing is healed. So the reason why sequencing now is at a bit of a rough situation is because of our first rotation. However, there is a silver lining, and it's called jungle timers. Shove this up with your Kiana. We know Fiddlesticks shot up here, and he will keep sequencing. We also know that the guy did not do these Krugs, right? We know that. So he's going to sequence up and try and get the Scuttle. So shove up, take the Scuttle. But Virkayu, didn't you just say that would be bad? It's bad if you want to invade. But you know that if you started red, Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Blue, Gromp, you know that the respawn is 420-ish, 440-ish, and 5 minutes to 5 minutes 10, if you're fast enough. That's why it's important to be fast enough, because you don't want to delay these timers too much. So in theory, what you could do here is shove, take the Scuttle, ward here if you want to, ward here, then take the Scuttle rather, and fall back to your Wolves. And if everything was done properly by sequencing the Wolves into the Grump, your Grump would then respawn. So here, even if you're slow at clearing, just having the good sequencing practices, she has an outlet. And the outlet is push, ward, take, snack, eat, lane gank, counter gank the Fiddle who's no doubt going to show up, go back to base, you'll have red respawn. Yeah, these have not been taken, but you've had good reads. You follow. So these are the most important early game pathing tips for Platinum, because when you understand these things, your game gets unlocked. So let's play through to see what happens. He doesn't push out the wave, which means the college is just going to TP back here, obviously, and not really lose much. Now we're going down to the Raptors and the Krugs. The Fiddlestick should know this. That does mean he has an RNG Scuttle that he can freely take. He can also potentially go straight for the Wolves, although at this point the problem is Diana, does she reset? Does she go bottom lane? I don't know where she goes. Let me just leave an effigy. That's fine as well. And as I said, looking to gank top lane, but he's Platinum, so the gank is not efficient, and he should have done his Krugs first. But that's neither here nor there, because what he really should have done is just cut in to take the Scuttle Crab, look top lane, loop back here, maybe gank this. So while he goes ahead and does these Krugs, you see the Akali shoved with her TP, then went back to base and then walked back here. The Dinah will come out of base. She does her Wolves, she does her Grump. Level 5, no plant yet. Only spawns later on. Scanning, sees a Fiddle, who again is in the river. For what reason, right? His pathing isn't so good. He's just like sitting around here. Dinah has a blasting one, which is huge. Forces a flash there. Interestingly, he didn't flash earlier. Akali is 6, so oh, well, there you go. Nicely done from the Kiana. Happy beef, mate. Happy B emote. Good job. All right. Now we're deep. We see Set versus Tom Gedge running. Help! Jungler! Help! No E, which is great. No flash. Is he going to Abyssal Voyage? Which he does Abyssal Voyage. Can we get the root? One more. Does he even need us? Can we get an assist, please? Yes, yes. Shove the wave quickly. Now, you know Fiddle is going to be going to the bottom side. You know Dragon's on the map. And you know this because... There we go. Excuse me. You know this because... Well, he was just sequencing bottom to top. He sequenced bottom to top and he has 40 CS. And the reason he doesn't have more than 40 CS is because he didn't do the Krugs in the first rotation. So, full clear, 24, plus Scuttle, 28. Second full clear takes you to 44. If you double Scuttle, you get 48. If you skip a camp, you have 40. So, obviously we can track all of these things. And now the Diana is doing that which I hate, which is, no. He showed up here with 40. We knew he had 40. It's categorical. Push the wave, go back to base. You're level 6, down to the bottom side. You know the Fiddle's going to do all of this quadrant first. Try and get level 6 as soon as possible. Then he's going to run down here. He's going to run down here. So, go ahead and do your shit. Counter gank it. Or if you're level 6 like she is, go here first before he hits 6. Huge, actually. And then you can fall back to these things, Dragon, and so on. Do you follow? Good. You need to start to follow. Now, she's going to stick around here for the Herald, and you're going to think, but Virkayu, isn't the Herald the right play? Yes, but I don't need to take it at 8 minutes because of What reason? I like to take it at 8 minutes, but that's usually because the dragon's already gone. Because I've taken it, right? And my sequencing's better. So now the guy knows that it's gone, does his full blue side quadrant, and it's sort of like free dragon. Now what you're going to do here is try and go in on the Akali, which is always quite difficult, unless you're going to hit all your mega spells like this, tie them up together, and have chain CC with the Kiana, who's going to be able to get the kill there. Beautifully done. Well done. Well done. Didn't expect that, honestly. Now, Fiddle's going to take the dragon. So we're going to shove this up. Do we use the Herald here just for gold? Don't think we need to, but I don't hate it, right? I don't hate it, but we don't need to. We don't need to force it right now. Fiddle obviously has 6. He can just hippity-hoppity to the wall here if he's fed enough and kill us. Like, for me as a Zyra, or a Brand jungle, people gonna die. I just did the dragon. You're Astra pushing for 0 reason. I'm gonna walk on up, and I'll probably just flash full combo. Because I know that I will most likely be able to root and kill one of you. I'll clear the wave immediately. One of you will attack me. I think I'll just full combo this with a flash. 99% I kill one, right? Definitely. And I think that's the thing we want to go for here. Now, Fiddle's way too late to it. The right... Oof, he missed the silence. Right idea, bad mechanical execution. Diana now goes to the top side. So now you're thinking, well, this is pretty good for the Diana. I mean, yes. This isn't terrible. But if you're a higher level jungler... Hold on. We knew it was coming. If you're a higher level jungler, Kiana's in base. You're not thinking about, hey, I can herald and then mid lane herald and then, you know, take his red side. What didn't factor into that assessment? Right. I know he's going to want to go down here and take this, so I'm going to say no to that. I know he's going to want to maybe gank bottom lane, so I'm going to take that away from him. The jungle denial aspect is really important, and in Platinum sometimes it gets lax. Now again, we're roaming top side. What are we doing? Why are we here? Why are we walking this way? Go straight to your blue side. Like, you're not misleading anybody. We all know where you're going, except for the Fiddle. He doesn't know. So, I feel like we've not cut the map in half unnecessarily. We haven't taken the bottom side camps for 10 years. The red's still sitting there. We could have taken our red side, killed the Fiddle, taken the dragon, taken his top side, taken the herald. We could have done everything that she's done, plus what the Fiddlesticks has done. And the reason the game isn't being put away is because of that. And the Fiddle is playing badly, right? And he's down a lot of gold, but he could be down more. And if you want to climb to Emerald by the end of the season, you're gonna need to think about these things. The leads that you get now in these early phases are the ones that allow you to win the game. So, looks like we'll have a bit of a quiet phase. Kiana's in the river, sees a Sona, says, yo, let's go. Diana's doing a full clear finally, actually catching up. Kiana should not be here by herself. Looks like she might be able to get a kill anyway, but she actually doesn't. Brand shows up, Varus shows up. Now we're just skimming and searching and looking. Like, we're not impacting. So it's the early game jungle pathing that allows you to have impact every game, and that's just absolutely massive, right? It's something that sounds generic and sounds bleh, but you've noticed it, yes? We could have prevented the Fiddle from getting anything. He hasn't got anything, but he hasn't gotten anything because of himself. Like, the Diana gave him windows to take this, and then take her red side, and then up bottom lane, right? Didn't have to go mid lane. Sure you can, like I probably would have, because I know I could have kill threat, but if you don't, then just take her shit. Go bottom lane, get that ahead as well. Like, just pick a lane to get ahead, and the Fiddle just missed a lot of those opportunities. Now he's waiting to do the hippity-hoppities. Varus is like, it's warded, just ults him. Now he goes in. He just walks at them. I respect it. I respect it, because I do, like, Fiddle's funny. Just Fiddle's funny. I do respect that. That ults us out. I mean, we'll take it. That's actually fine. I'm okay with that. But now, what? Level 9 to level 7? You should never be down 2 levels as a Fiddle to a Diana like this. She's done a good job catching up that sequencing, getting that golden econ, making that impact. Like, it's all good, right? But there's no reason to say, while she's playing well, we can't focus on more things to improve, right? You should always look for things to improve upon. The ult wasn't it. Kali spaced that one nicely this time. Next dragon's coming up. Let's see what we can do. Because it looks, you know, you're looking at this and you're thinking, okay, this is good so far, but look at the gold lead, right? Ezreal's already fed. Kali's doing a good job, and Fiddle will scale. He has a better team fight. Diana's got a good team fight, but he has a better team fight. And I think not understanding that, and this 8-minute to 14-minute phase, she's been very quiet. And a lot of the reason for why it's quiet has been purely because But why is Varus roaming mid lane randomly? Is he expecting to do stuff? Whoopsie. Diana is over here. There we go. Blue team's vision for you. That's a kill on the Fiddlesticks. Going on the Akali now. E is up again, obviously, because the Moonlight passive. Going to turn back to Peel a little bit. Let's see. Try and hit the Q. We missed the Q, so that E's going to be a mega cooldown now. We can't double proc it. Painful, painful, painful. So, again, Ezreal's fed. Important. Sona will scale. Important. Set will have some Hellbreaker split push. Important. And Fiddlesticks will. So, the stuff I'm talking about here isn't just for fun and games. It's also for the fact that gotta snowball the game forward. And there's just no snowballing of the game at all right now. Really isn't. Tahm Kench does take top lane, which is great, but he could die to Fiddlesticks ult. Dragon is available. Oh, there we go. This is the way. Always the same. Always the same. Always the same. They overpush past vision line, they die to Fiddle lot. Repeat for infinity. Wow. Protobelt out of base, we're definitely smurfing it up here. So like the one time I probably wouldn't do it if I planned on fighting over this dragon. But if you're trying to get there quickly because you know there's not going to be a fight, then obviously yes. So we smite that, Akali's in the river, but so is Sona. Brand is not really doing anything. Now there's your ADC, they're out of sync with you. And that's why we could have had the impact, right? When I told you base from top, level 6 bottom, and get it fed. These are big things. These add up. Gold lead now for red team. Fiddle. Let's follow Fiddle a little bit here. 2-3-2. Diana's just going to be farming. Sure, great CS lead. But a great CS lead is nothing if you don't have objectives. A great CS lead is nothing if you don't have really strong lane impact. And as much as he's camped mid here, the Kali's 2-on-1. So think about that. That was nice. There you go. That was good. See? Some lane impact. But what is she not doing? Push. Push. Push the map forward. Hit the turret. Go. Go. Why? Two or three times now. We just haven't finished this turret. I mean, the Herald will be there for you. The guy's waiting to ult, obviously, but together, if you hover topside, you should be fine. Like, honestly, you should be fine. I understand Fiddle does this, but it's not like there was any knowledge that he was there or thinking about this. You got to push as a general principle because you're not always going to face a Fiddle. So maybe here you're truly afraid of a really hyper-fed Fiddle. Okay, fine. Don't push, go take the Herald. But in 99% of games, you're not against the Fiddlesticks, and you can handle most junglers, so just push the turret. And if you pushed it earlier, this would be very easily killed right now. Which, of course, it isn't. So, we do take the Herald. Fiddlesticks wards to protect his jungle with an effigy. Now, there you go. See, that's the greed. Low HP, Ezreal ultimate. After taking the Herald, you go back? No. No, no, no. That's why you shove before the Herald, where you can actually withstand his ultimate to a certain degree. Assuming he isn't that fed. But, good job by the Fiddle. It is tough. Now we go on the set here. He has both the Heartsteel. Fascinating. Avoid his W. Can we even kill him? Question mark. Yeah, we should be able to. There we go. Just sometimes it takes a while. But we see the Ezreal there, obviously over the wall, and he shows up. Not things you can expect necessarily. You know, that's not results based. If you see the pick here and you want to go for it, cool. Do be aware of where other people are, obviously, and sometimes you will be rotated on and killed. So we can accept that sometimes other people make a play and we make a mistake because it takes us too long to kill this person. But the one thing I will say here, that, you know, if I was coaching myself in the situation, I'd say, okay, look, I got 1275 in pocket. I really want to go get Shadow Flame. Can I get it? Yes. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I want to kill the set, but there's too much Fog of War, so I'm watching Ezreal here as I move up. I see the Sona, right? I go up to the set here. We're watching them sag off. Fiddlesticks is a question mark. Obviously, the Fiddle is going down here, but we don't know where he's going at all, so maybe this kill, while it looks juicy, maybe there's too many variables. So if I went for this myself, and I was to coach myself afterwards, thinking, you know, in-game I thought it was a good idea, and then I died, let me see if I made the wrong read. I would say here I made the wrong read. End of story. I had enough for Shadow Flame, or I can just hold the wave at the very least. Just hold the wave, right? Those are the better plays. For sure. And obviously Fiddle goes bottom lane and kills the Tahm Kench. We're dead, unfortunately. And I feel like that's a big swing, because now they're going to shove up too much here. No, guys, careful. Too deep, I think. La-da-dee, la-da-doo. Not Nautilus, but the song will do. I don't know. Like, those things just shouldn't happen. But you're dead, so you can't say anything. Baron's up, Scuttle is ours, and now you can say, well, like, what if I got kills, man? Like, what if I wasn't 2-3-6? Sure, but your team is shoving a Herald down the bottom lane, and everyone, the red team is just swooping side to side because you go for solo kills, she goes for solo kills, they go for solo kills, and they just swoop and kill, swoop and kill, swoop and kill. And there's no coordination, which is why that 8-minute to 40-minute marker, pushing them up forward, is so damn important. And the early game, when you can crush a Fiddle, champions like that, you gotta crush him, because now he's level 12, we're level 13, he's catching up, right? Boom. How close is he to 13? Halfway. How close are we to 14? Halfway. We're still one level ahead, right? But that means our experience advantage hasn't grown the same as it used to be. Because it's more difficult to, like, you need more experience for each level, right? So if you're level 8 to level 6, you know, that might be like a level 10 to level 9 in terms of the amount of experience, which means they've matched your experience since that moment. And now, obviously, the Fiddle will start to catch up because his team's in a better position. And we're just focused too much on the farming now at this point. You know, I think she had her time for impact and she missed it. Dragon's going to be taken, obviously. Fog of War, got to be careful. Never seen... I don't remember the last time I built a refillable. Does anyone know the last time you bought a refillable potion? I don't know. I only buy one... Like, we buy 1 HP pot and I never buy it. Like, you don't need to buy a refillable potion, I feel. Like, it's obviously useful, but... just never buy it. At all, ever since the nerfs of the whole Season 13, because we can't buy it with our jungle pet now, so I just buy pot, and once that's gone, don't even buy pot sometimes. Yeah. See, now look, they're pushing at mid, they want to go do things, but the Fiddlesticks is in their head, they're worried about the Fiddle, and the Dyna's just farming it up, so Fiddle's just like, I'll just wait for a flank. Like, look at this. Like, if you're gonna play like this, and you're fearful of the Fiddlesticks, then have macro pressure 1-3-1, which they don't have. Fiddle should just over the ult this with a Sun ult, no? There we go. Sona missed a window, but Fiddle kills the brand. Obviously, Dyna does rotate here, which is huge, but Fiddle has already killed the back line. Ezreal now has Giga Poke. Dyna's going to go back in here and try and kill the Ezreal. Is able to do so, gets Sona ulted in the face. Dead from a turret dive. Now he's chasing down a Kiana. Nothing's going to happen for another few minutes. Everybody respawns, and I feel like we're seeing a pattern for how this game's going to go. Really, it's so simple, isn't it? It's so simple to play around your team and your macro, rather than just show up and try to rotate for things that get you killed in the end. Alright. Set top lane. Again, we hold the wave. TP to a dead turret. That's brilliant, because no one's watching the waves at all. Red team are doing a really good job just pushing up the map, talking about pushing the map. They're doing a good job with it. Making picks. There we go. Dino splitting topside. Really fab member. She rotates, good things happen. But she's always rotating too late. 12,000 gold, but she's rotating too late. That's the problem. If your team are dead, and you're too late to these scenarios, that's when you lose games. Set with a huge ult into the back line there. Massive, massive, massive with the Heartsteel and the Titanic. He's able to kill the Dino, actually. Kali's by herself getting peeled off, right? This is huge. Sorry. The Kiana's in the back line getting peeled off by the Son and the Kali and the Fiddlesticks, who now turns back time. Varus, strong champ. Kench, man. Kench. Ezreal's up, ult down the middle. Will he send it? He does. Let's follow it. Victory. Let's have a look. Nah. Whoop. Oh, that's a Baron, no? Like, that Ezreal ult is a Baron. Beautiful. Love it. So much damage, so many slows. Has to go back to base. Free absolute Baron. The Diana's just taking herself out of the game. She's just done the most damage. She has the most gold. But she's not in the game. Be in the game, not on the game. Right? What's the best way to say that for League of Legends? Be on the game, be off the... I mean, the classic case would be, you know, play the game, don't watch the game. And I think maybe that's the better way to say it. Play the game, don't watch the game. Because that's what she's been doing. She shows up every now and then to do a little bit of something, but it doesn't matter. Now she's mega deep with them respawning from a Baron. At any point could be absolutely caught out here from an effigy. Which looks like it's going to be the case. Or is she going to turn it? Kills the Sona. Brilliant. Flashes out. Don't know if that was necessary, but we take it just to be sure. Then the ult comes through from the Ezreal. We're going to keep auto-attacking, spacing, dive back into the Akali, get that kill. We have a mega shield going right now, and then we died to the Set and the Ezreal. So we have heroics, right? And there you go. Fiddlesticks shows up. Good positioning. Set ults in the back line onto the Varus. Says, you can't. I'm set. There you go. She lives. Oh, man. Good team fights. That's why we have a team fighting guide on the main channel talking about this and in the courses. Absolutely unreal how important team fighting is and understanding your role in it, but as real, Tom Kench, man. Tom. That champion is pure evil still. Really is. Really, really is. Another dragon goes the way of the red team, so that's 3 dragons outside of the second one here that we got. And again, I feel like that's a game-breaking mistake. It doesn't sound like it should be a big mistake, but it is. And now again, we're splitting, holding the Akali instead of doing anything around our team. They need you. You're the most fed member, so you killing the Akali doesn't really do much, right? Like, if everyone was grouped together and you saw what she just did now, 2v1, 3v1, imagine if they were together. Even now, it's getting closer, right? Should have the QE for it. If she can hit it, just a Q. You know, but it's still getting closer as everyone else's gold comes up, and yours is getting capped, right? Because we don't really have much more we can go to. Like, we're going to finish the Void, stack this up again, potentially. And that's about it. I honestly think Banshees might be good here. Seriously. Because the Sona, the Fiddle, the Akali, the Set, it's not just about the magic resistance, it's about the spell shield. And now you're like, but what's happening mid lane? Diana doesn't care, so do we care? Da-da-dee. Now Ezreal in the Sona. Told you, level 11, onward she starts to become a monster. Fiddle's on the top lane here. But you Sona. Level 16 almost. It's going to be very difficult to close against that, given that you're most likely giving away an Ocean Soul. Now Diana's like, but I'm so fed. Guys, watch me go. Why can't you guys stop inting? Look, she goes into the set here, gets feared, doesn't really matter, obviously. We don't have ult for 7 seconds, but that won't matter as well, because now we have enough DPS, boost damage, shielding damage, and gap close. There we go. Now Ezreal shows up, and this is the problem here. We do have an ult, but those two are the issue. You got to kill them first. Kale does have TP, but no point to use it right now. In fact, no one does anything for a few minutes. They wait for the soul and the Baron. Biggest thing, I see a lot of junglers that come into Discords and post their KDAs, but they don't post their KDAs and their damage at different points in the game. Like at one point you were 236, and you gave a free dragon to the Fiddle. You gave a free get out of jail free card to the Fiddle. And that's what cost you the game. Your lack of impact and control. Fiddle's here, level 16. Oh, damn, what are you gonna do against that? Nothing. And also, why are you dying for raptors? I mean, typical stuff. Don't walk into an area where you know they are and you have no base. Just chill and wait. Typical stuff. Patience is the reason many people in this elo lose, and the reason why a lot of people stay emerald and never get diamonds. So, massive game from the Diana in terms of opportunities and missed opportunities, and honestly solid job from the Fiddle after having a really shitty beginning, just coming back into the game with some nice picks. And it wasn't pretty, but he did what he had to do to win. So, thank you very much for watching. Virkayu GG, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.